Well, welcome along to another episode. So something a bit different today, just purely because um, didn't do any recording last week. However, it's because I came back off holiday, I had 2 weeks off, and I had it was a bit of a grind last week. It wasn't a tough week, but it was a bit of a grind. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some footage that I had recorded before I went on holidays. However, I wasn't going to release this video because on this particular day, it just started going wrong with me. I had a puncture. I had to get that sorted. I had loaded the machine, which wasn't a problem. Then I had a puncture. Then I get stopped by the police. I didn't record that. Kind of gutted I didn't record it now. Should have recorded it. But at that moment in time, it was just when I got stopped by the police, it was just like, really? And then it just made, when I was actually discussing with them, it just went from bad to worse in regards to the sense of, in telling them what the law is like. I've been driving professionally now for just over 20 years and been all over Europe, trucks and coaches. And when you're having to tell the police officers that they're wrong, and what's the reason why you stopped me? Like, and it just because they're wrong, then it is a bit of shouldn't be like that. But it does. It's one of the episodes that afterwards I do have a little bit of a rant on it, and mentally wise, then it actually got me thinking. And it was just like, right, okay, is the job worth it? Being stopped by the police all the time. Should I just go back to doing general haulage, or just do something else where I'm not going to get pestered then, because that's the way it feels like, when you get stopped so often, especially when you go into certain areas, because every county is different. You may get told by one county, yeah, okay, you're fine to go on, get pulled in by another county, and then end up being fined. And it's a lot of risk with it. And the reason why we get stopped a lot is because they can see what's on the back of us. So it's a bit of a shame, really. But the episode, it's not a bad episode. I personally think it's not one of my best, but it's definitely worth putting out there, because it just goes to show that not every day is a brilliant day trucking. It can be a bit stressful, and this is definitely one of them stressful days. I was glad to go to bed after it. To be honest, when I had parked up in San at the end of the day, I was just so glad just to finish the day. We'll get into the episode, and hopefully you enjoy it. If you haven't done so already, just make sure you like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully by the time this is released, we should have the first video on the other channel as well about my flight out to Alicante. And then we got a bit more coming from that as well on that channel. So a bit more about the exploring sort of side of things and the hotel and everything from my trip out to Benidorm. So if you like that sort of thing, and the link's in the description below, and it's also on the YouTube channel as well. Jump over to that channel, give a subscribe and a like as well. Your support is really, really appreciated. If you're wondering why it's not on this channel, it's just because the algorithms, it's better to keep it separate, because if I go and post something like that, then the algorithm doesn't like it, and I get around about 50 views in total on something like that. So it's just a bit easier to I don't know, just put on another channel where the algorithm goes to that one. So yeah, hopefully you like the video, and let's get into it then. Welcome along, you join me on the M62 heading in towards Liverpool. We're making our way towards the docks. I'm going to be picking up an excavator and taking that back to Port Talbot. So we're just coming in this way now, as this is the movement order to come out. So we're just going to do the opposite way in, just to make sure the route is all clear. There's no unexpected roadworks, like a burst water main or something like that, something which will just crop up out of nowhere. I'm going to make sure the route is all clear for us to come out, instead of seeing it on the way out, you know what I mean? So we just want to make sure it's all clear on the way in, and we give ourselves a thumbs up then. So we're going to be picking up I'm not sure what type of excavator it is. We'll find out when we get there. But I know we got a couple of attachments to go with it as well. So the easiest way to get into Liverpool docks from here would be down, come off at the M57 across, and then I think it's down to the M58 and then left and follow it into the docks, nice and easy that way. But we're going to be straight in in towards Liverpool. Take us slightly long. I did promise customer that I'll be there at between 8 and 8:30, so we should be around that time. So the way that we'll be going in is just the way the movement order is bringing us out. As I said it on, just to clarify, everything's clear. And once we're loaded, then we got to wait until the embargo lifts at 9:30, and then we can leave and make our way out. That's why we're not so much in a rush. If I get there for 8:30, still gives me a good hour to load, and then we can make our way out then. So this morning I've picked up fuel, I've had the truck washed, so it's all looking clean, and we got a full tank of fuel to do the job as well. So that's also a bonus. So that's them out the way, because when you've got a wide machine on, the pump's into special for you to go through. And I know, like, say for example, memory services on the M4, if I've got an excavator on which is over 3.2 meters wide, I can't get through the pumps. I have to reverse back off them. So ideally you want to make sure you got a tank for the job, and then you can progress and then fill up fuel afterwards. Say sometimes we do have to fill up the fuel, but I say you try to remember which ones you can fit in and which ones you can't, like, otherwise it's a reverse back off a pump's job. So we make our way, and we'll catch you back when we're by the docks.
In the docks. Just want to load this sani onto the trailer. So
got the trailer all prepped and everything. Just swing this around now, make sure we don't hit any of these oxy cylinders. Get over this pivot point now, because we're quite heavy on the front end with this attachment on. You gotta stop wobbling. Seems like one track is a bit lazy on the levers, like. See, it's quite a difference on the tracks. We're going straight. Pulling back on our track, just make our track go a little bit faster, so it's not perfect. Trying to do that all the time. So we're quite a bit over that way. So what we'll do now is track it back slightly. Can't win with this, it's not wanting to go straight, like.
that track as being stubborn. Look at my measurements, we should be straight. So I'll bring us over. To keep it pretty much on that line. You can see fighting with it, wanting to go to the right all the time. So we're just there now. We'll do a jump out, get this chain down, and we'll reposition it around and get that chain down, and then get it all chained down. So that's our front half all chained down. We'll swing it around now. Get it folded up for transport. And get this back half all chained down. Put the outriggers away. And job done. Take a quick look at this. That's what I got on. Yeah, that's what I got on. Excavator. Let's get this. Make our way back to Port Talbot with this then. So we are just leaving Liverpool docks now with this excavator on. Well, we're still in the docks. We're leaving site where we loaded it. Just make our way out now the docks, and then make our way through Liverpool and up to the M62, where we'll join that and then mosey on down. It's 10:30 now, running a little bit late. It just took me a little bit longer to load that than expected, and the traffic on the way in this morning that delayed me a good 30 minutes. So it happens. Is he paying attention? There we are. He was going to drive straight out there, no. Some big ships in this dock, I've got to be honest with you. Not the biggest in the world, but they're pretty big, like. So we just got to cross over here now, over this tracks, up through security. Hopefully the canopy's high enough. I think it's 16'6" the canopy is here, so we should be alright. It's be 15'2". Otherwise we'll be driving up there, reversing back in, going back out. No, we can't, we haven't got much of an option. It's this way on our way. There's a moving order in it. So yeah, we're good. A lot of old buildings up here. Had that foundry written on it. Absolutely boiling loading and fair dues. So you should be able to get a glimpse, hopefully just down by here now, of Everton's new stadium. It's a little bit further down, but it's huge and it dominates the skyline, you know, down by here, like. So the size of that stadium, that's Everton's new stadium, right on the docks. That's simply compared to Liverpool stadium. The size of it, it just dominates everything. And that's a football stadium, not like, you know, like Wembley or anything like that. That's a football stadium. That's Absolutely good, and that's a steep bit of a climb, this hill. Gonna go around the one-way system roundabout here now, and then carry on going up towards the 62. It's the way we've been routed, not the way I would have gone. It's the way we got to follow. Personally myself, I would come out the docks headed towards the M57 and then come out that way then. M57, M62 and then M6 would have been a bit easier than driving through Liverpool itself. I think we need to get over a couple of lanes now. Glad I didn't have to stop here. That would have been a bit ropey with this weight on. Just checking the tyres as the chains tight. So tight, is it? It definitely dropped down a bit there. It's not going to go down any further because that's it. So. Checking the tyres because we were in the scrapyard, so if we picked up any metal they'd be flat by now. So looks like we've got a puncture. This is why you check your tyres, see? Because that is flat. Because we picked that up in the scrapyard. So we'll get that sorted now. Guys, heavy coming up the scrapyard, and that's why you check your tyres. So we're just chilling here in limb services, waiting for the tyre fit to the cam to put the spare tyre on. Shouldn't be too bad though. Reason being, it's because they rang me up. They said, "Oh, we can send one quicker to you if we just put the spare tyre on." Yep, no problem. Put the spare tyre on. So lucky we carry a spare with us for the trailer. But at some points at McDonald's to use. So got myself 2 double cheeseburgers and chips and munch while I'm waiting. Keep myself occupied, see? Otherwise I could be bored.
Just crack on with that.
They must run out of. It's twice I've had it, I guess. No, not particularly from this particular one. But one local to me, and they're meant to be surprise fries. They're meant to have them codes on them. I feel quite offended when they don't give me one, like, and I haven't got one on this one. That's annoying. Oh well, I've just eaten soil. We got rid of a famous tyre for the years, we came on I have Princess as well. Fair play to him. You know, all sorted it. We got our spare. That's brand new. No obvious sign of a puncture on that one, but we'll probably need a new tyre anyway, so we'll take that back and get that sorted. So he's just putting on another tyre, but then the spare. And put that back on then. Getting it back on now. Let's get his tyre back a bit and get it strapped on. So that's that changed over. So we'll carry on making our way back. And then once we get back to the yard, we can have a tyre fit to repair the old tyre then, because they just put the spare on this one. So mosey on back now. I forgot to make myself a coffee before I left. Oh well, it happens. Until we have a break. So let's get back on the M6 now, and then carry on getting this done. So on my way by passing Wolverhampton, I'd just been pulled in by the police, so I had a little visit off them. Just want to make sure all my documents are correct, and you know, my license is valid and all that. We had a little walk around, had a nice little chat, and they left me carry on my way. And so we're just coming into this traffic now, down as we approaching Birmingham. So I didn't record the police because it's, you know, I mean, that's it's no need. It's no need. All it is, you know what I mean, I'm all alright, and we're on our way, so that's the main thing. So we're just coming down towards Wednesbury, I should say. Junction 9, and then we'll come across a lane then, and then pick up the M5 just down the road. So yeah, it wasn't a bad visit with them. It was nice to have a little chat, like, to be honest with you. A few things got squared up, like, so that you know, a few things are clarified, like, you know, how they think and how I think, like, you know what I mean. So yeah, it was nice to have a little chat with them, like, and I enjoyed that, like, you know what I mean. So it was yeah, it was a good experience. I was clarified a few things, so all good, all good.
Hopefully you're liking the video so far. This next part is where I go into this rant just after the police, you know what I mean. My mind's been a bit active by now, like, and I normally don't put this footage in, but I'm going to leave it in for this occasion, because there's a couple of important things in there need to be said. So I do go on for about 10 minutes as well, so if you do want to fast forward another 10 minutes, then by all means. But yeah, it's worth a watch and worth a listen. So we'll go on to the rant. So we are on the final leg. It's been an interesting one today. So we started off this morning, not a problem. So we got diesel, had the truck washed, and then hit traffic on the way into Liverpool. It was delayed with that one, because that took a lot longer than what it should have, really. Got the machine loaded, came out of Liverpool, again hit traffic. Checked the tyres when we got the limb, we had a puncture, so that was the first delay. And then we got pulled in by the police then on the way down by Hilton Parker. We had a bit of a chat with them. It just makes you think, you know, is it worth it? The amount of times that we get stopped by the police, and there's so many, well, I wouldn't say so many grey areas, but a lot of misunderstandings from both parties. Not so, like, he was asking questions, I was giving him the answers, and he was saying, I don't think that's right. Right, you need to make a phone call in, because it is definitely right. And I was right, you know what I mean. So obviously we got to be educated in the job that we do. With them on the other hand, they got to be educated in a lot of things, so they don't touch, you know, they don't go into much depth as what we do with the way the job is entailed, like, because they don't do the job. They got their own job to do, you know what I mean. It's not only us they deal with, it's they got to deal with, you know, people driving out without insurance, stolen cars, you know. It's a vast
variety of work that they got to do, like, so we're just a little part of what they do. So obviously it's going to be a bit of misunderstandings, but it just makes you think. You know, they pull us because they want to make sure our paperwork is up to check and our license is correct and our whole licenses are correct and everything's legit and it all comes up on the scanner all right and everything. That's all well and good, you know what I mean? We don't mind that, but it's all too often we seem to be easy targets. You know, you'll see other trucks driving past and they don't get pulled at all, they don't get bothered, and then the likes of us saying, because they can see what's on the back and we're travelling at 40 mile an hour, it's we're easy targets. And it's made me think today, like, you know, I mean, I love this job, I absolutely love this job. I love making YouTube videos and everything, and it makes me think, is heavy haulage worth the hassle that you get trying to transport stuff? It's a hard enough job as it is, loading the machinery, doing it safely, chaining it all down, making sure you don't get injured, and then you got the likes of, you got to, you know, abide by the embargo, stuff like that. So you've only got a few hours a day to move, and during them hours that you are moving, you're more than likely going to get stopped, which is delaying you again, so it's giving you less time to move. And I can understand why, because there is a lot of cowboys out there, but you know, it's got to be, everything's got to be formalised. This is, you know, the way I put it forward. So everything should be in black and white, in a book that the operators can refer to, the drivers can refer to, the police can refer to, traffic commissioner can refer to. Look at this old police car who we're coming past. Look, an old Triumph. Anyway, so that everybody can refer to, and that is the Bible, that is the law, so everybody refers to that, and that's the way it should be. Not have these grey areas or anything like that, you know, or not necessarily, and you know, it's yes, no, you can, you can't, and it's all there in black and white. And every driver should go on a course like it is with ADR, and it, you know, not so much discipline, but taught on the way it should be. Because at the end of the day, then they can't pull the card, because to drive heavy haulage, you know what I mean, you're dealing with the higher weights, and you've got to have a better understanding of it. So it'll cover loading, it'll cover obviously being pulled with escorts, you know, not being pulled with escorts, but being you know, transporting with escorts, you know, radio communication, that's another thing as well, you know, a lot of people ain't familiar with, you know, and you've got a certain respect that you've got to have for that as well. So, you know, this course, you know, having everything there, so the drivers will know, and it can count towards your CPC as well. That's what I reckon should have happened. And then the police officers can go on this course as well, and the DVSA can go on these courses as well, and that way everybody's on the same page, because they all got to abide by that same book. And yes, updated every 4 to 5 years. So then a driver gets updated every 5 years. Every 5 years he's got to do that, and everybody's on the same page. And I can guarantee you there'll be a lot less problems on the road. And I know there's drivers out there probably saying, you're talking through your bottom, Tim. At the end of the day, what, you know, keep it as it is, because that means more work for us. It means that we got to go into a classroom. So what? At the end of the day, it makes the road safer, and that's what it's all about today. And that's the way I look at it. ADRs like it, you know, when you're carrying hazardous materials and stuff like that, and hazardous substances, then it should be the same for, you know, a heavy haulage, where it is that then everybody's trained up on the movement orders, they can understand the movement orders, you know, all across the board, and that way then everybody's on the same page, and it's less confusion. And if it is somebody out there, then an operator or a driver who does try to bend the rules, or break the rules even, or do things that he wants to in his time because he wants to get back on a Friday, then more fool him. Then you can have that taken off you, and you can't do heavy haulage anymore. It's as simple as that. It's an extra sort of license then. You know what I mean? Like with ADR, you could have your ADR taken off you, your ADR training, if you go and do something stupid. And say, look, you know, you're not safe enough to be doing it, you shouldn't be doing it. And that's the way it should be. I know it's a bit of a rant and everything, but it just makes you think, you know, the amount of times that we get pulled over, I was speaking to the wife and I said, sorry I missed your call, I was dealing with the police. She said, what do you mean dealing with the police? I got stopped again, she said. Yeah, and that just goes to show how often we do get stopped. You know, if she says again, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. You know, I could have filmed with the police going in, you know, being pulled in with the police, but they got cameras on the back of the cars and everything like that. They would have seen me put my GoPro on my head, and to be honest with you, I didn't want the hassle. I didn't want them to have an excuse then to go that, you know, to have something on me then, you know what I mean? You know, to find something, right, oh, you were using your camera while you were driving, even though it's not against the law, but they could say, oh, it was your mobile phone, which is against the law. You know what I mean? Like, my camera's on my head, it's hands-free. I tell my GoPro to, I'm not going to say it, but S and S again, you know what I mean? So start and stop. If I mention the GoPro before it listens to me, and then obviously it'll do as what I tell it to do. So I would say that, because I've had it happen in the past where all of a sudden it stops. So yeah, so it's always on there, and then that's all I could do is just ask it to start and ask it to stop, and it will. But I didn't ask it to start then because I didn't have my camera on the head, and I would have had to put it on my head, you know what I mean? And I just thought to myself, no, it's no need, you know what I mean? We'll follow him into the services. And then, you know, we had a nice little chat, you know what I mean? I said, you know, you'll see that I'm, you know, above the book, because I record everything as well. So I'm not going to incriminate myself, not to mention a few other drivers which do that sort of thing and do it more for YouTube entertainment and do incriminate themselves, not to mention any names. But you know what I mean, there is people out there which unfortunately have made that mistake and now are paying well, I wouldn't say paying the fight, you know, the price for it, but are definitely in the process of paying the price for it, or maybe paying the price for it. It all depends on the outcome. There is some out there which have paid the price for it, where they're not owner operators and they've lost their jobs over it, you know what I mean, because things have gone ordered. That's a bit dangerous out there on the road, having a strap loose there in the fast lane as well. Yeah, so I know today's footage isn't probably the best. We've seen a machine go on, we've seen a bit of a puncher, and you know, you listen to me talk about the police when I got pulled in, like, it's the way the days go sometimes, you know, and it's it is the way the day goes. You know, I'll edit this and I may not keep this in, and I, you know, may edit it out, like, you know, which I have done in the past when I've had these rants, like. But no, I think I'm going to keep this one in, because you can see how the day generally goes. You know, I mean, the day's getting on a bit now. We're on the last leg to where I pull into the services ready for tomorrow. You know, I mean, the weekend's coming, and the work that is coming up towards the weekend, I got a funny feeling may push me into a Saturday, but we don't know. It's time will tell, like, innit? That's like I say. So we're gonna push our way onto the services now. I'm not sure where we're gonna stop here. We got a choice. We either got Mega or we got Cardiff Gate. But where we park on Cardiff Gate, it's like on the side of the garage, and that may have a truck in it. And the problem is with that then as well is that you got the trucks going in and out all night, so it's going to get loud there. Cardiff West, I can have a look in there. I don't think there's going to be much space in there. San, more than likely is going to be some sort of space, so I might be lucky with San, so I might give San a go. See what the driving hours are like now, because we're coming up to 7 hours now, which means I got, well, there we are, on my working time now, that's how much I got left, 2 hours 49, so you should be alright with San, I think. And then we start there in the morning, go down Tippersoft, which I won't record. Well, I wouldn't record that one because that's it's going into the steelworks anyway, so I won't be able to record it. Grab this off in the morning, get that spare tyre sorted tomorrow, So I got a new tyre on it, check out back on the front of the trailer, and then mosey on to the next job then. So we'll see what services we get into now when we get a bit closer, or if we see anything interesting in the meantime, we call it. As you can see, we're on the Southern Distribution Road around Newport. And so we got to avoid the 44 tonne weight limit on the M4. So we're about to come around this week. Luckily for us, it is quiet, very quiet, but it is 7:30 at night, so it is going to be quiet. So we're nearly done though, nearly done. Oh, don't cut across my path, especially that close to me. You see a lot of people do that, they cut the corners as they approach a roundabout. And of course they're straight in your stopping distance then, and you got no chance of stopping. If there was a car there then, and I hadn't noticed it, because it was in my black spot, I probably would have, I don't know, I wouldn't like to think. The trouble is, it would have been my fault then, even though she had crossed over into my space, or near to my space, which wouldn't have given me that room in to react. You see this car now, see how they should go around it, nice and wide. Everybody will cut that corner like. Just got to straddle the lanes in this last part, because the road is not wide enough for me and a car. You'll see now when we come down here. I got that much space on my right hand side and that much space on my left, so if I was trying to squeeze in there, I'd still be taking up this space on my right. So yeah, people don't like it, they get annoyed that we are doing it, but as you can see, it's not even a metre that side, not even a metre that side. Bit of a place to break down. And what I'll do now, I'll come back across, and I can take our one lane up in. They can come around me then. We might have a few cars now. Normally the case is that they're in the left hand lane, which is for the A48, and you'll see them undertake us. So we got 3 cars there, and the van's probably in the right lane. The 3 cars there now will probably just undertake me just to try to get in front of me, which doesn't make a difference. Watch now. So we got this one car. Where's he going to go? Is he going to go into the right hand lane? No, he's staying on the left. That's staying on the left. What about this car? This car? Oh yeah, we did have one, and we had 2 which came across. So you can see how predictable it is. Like, you know, I mean, they haven't done really anything wrong, to be honest with you. They can come across, but if it was a bit busier and, you know, I wasn't in front holding the traffic back, it would have been a lot worse for them. You know, so they've done it just to beat the queue, basically, which was behind me. Let's get back on the M4 and let's choose the services to stop in then. We've got 3 to choose from. Cardiff Gate, Cardiff West, San, possibly. So we'll see what's like. Cardiff West, it's probably going to be busy. Cardiff Gate is small, and San, just hopefully a spacer, because I'm going for San anyway. Showers are nice in San as well. So we're just coming off our services, San services. I've literally on 8 hours 51 minutes of driving, so we've literally just got across this bridge and then turn left of the roundabout, down the hill and park up. So I'm hoping that I do be able to park up, and at the moment the lights are on our side. I do get the park up, because I've got 9 minutes left on the 9 hours, you know what I mean. Otherwise I go into a 10 and I've gone into a 10 and wasted it really for 1 or 2 minutes. So I don't want to be doing that. I used the 10 last night, 10-hour drive. You know, I mean, not quite a 10-hour, it was probably like 9 hours 15, just so I could get parked up and so I was safe. I don't really want to be using it again today, because I think Friday's going to be a bit of a busy day. So we have a lot of driving on Friday, so ideally I want to keep it for Friday. So we're on at 8 hours 52 now. We still got 47 minutes of driving because we got that additional hour. And you know, our time runs up at 9 o'clock. But I want to get parked up before the 9 hours kicks in. Before we exceed the 9 hours then. Just gonna do it twice a week, see? We already did it once this week, so we don't use up the second one for just coming in and parking up. We've still got 8 minutes. We should be good. I got told off before when I got stopped by the police, and they said that I should plan my time a bit better. Well, this is planning my time. I'm here, I'm due to park up, and this job's a good one, you know what I mean? It's a shame them cars are parked in them bays there, because I could really do with pulling in them bays. So I think that'll be pretty good. I know it's the caravan base, but it's a bit safer. But yeah, I can just pull straight out then. And to be honest with you, you're not going to really have much tonight now. They're all parked up. So that's telling us we need 9 hours off. We were at Sand Services. We done an 8 hours 53. I'll probably jump up to 8 hours 54. But still 6 minutes spare. No problem. We'll have a quick walk around now, just to check the chains, make sure everything's right, check the tyres, that's another thing. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for making this far. I know it's been a bit of one of the mixture episode, but see, it's sometimes the way it goes, isn't it? So remember, like and subscribe. I say it every video, and I can't mean more so than what it is now. If you can actually subscribe to them, because at the moment I'm getting the views but I'm not getting the subscriptions. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to the channel. It helps the channel grow, and obviously the more people that subscribe to the channel, it actually checks the algorithm out there a bit more. And the more the channel grows, the better content I can make as well, because I can spend a bit more on the equipment that I got. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and check a comment down as well. If you haven't done so already, there is a Discord link down there below that you can hit up and join the Discord server if you wish, and you can chat with me directly. So have a good one, and thank you very much for today, and goodbye.